Well, salutation once again, dear viewers. You're on with Nexon of the Vast Nexus, and welcome to Total Chaos. Now, one thing I would like to point out for those of you who may not know, and prepare to have your minds blown. This gorgeousness is in GZ Doom Engine. I don't know what kind of black magic they were using, but whatever it is, it worked. I mean, a lot of the environments are dingy by design, but this is just beautiful. Incidentally, this is a free mod, and it's entirely self-contained now, so you can run it, I think, without actually having to own a copy of Doom 2. So, go out and play it. Although, there are certain unlockables and so forth. I'm going to be collecting, well, I'm going to be working towards the best ending, and I'm going to do everything that's necessary to obtain that. So if you want a sort of walkthrough guide with commentary, I'm sorry if that's not your thing. There's probably other people who've played this. But yeah, stay tuned. So as established in the opening crawl, this is Fort Oasis. We have apparently come here seeking someone. They're gone. They are all gone. My paradise. Something has taken it over. This isolation. It is killing me. It still blows my mind to think that this is in GZ Doom. Now, it is important to make a note that GZ Doom is not actually the Doom 2 engine. There have been a lot of things added into it. This would not have been possible in the original Doom engine. Still, GZ Doom is doing, and they're releasing commercial products these days. You know, paid stuff. On the GZ Doom engine. I mean, it's crazy. Doom truly is eternal. So here's my first bit of advice. If there are dark corners in this game, explore them. That's usually where you find the best loot. For instance, once we're at the end of this passageway... Now, I just reference myself to the light. There we go. Now, what makes what I just got so important is that melee weapons in this game have durability. I just got a wrench, which has unlimited durability. The main function of which is basically to open up crates. So, crates like this are destructible. We get stuff. So if I was using a more offensively tuned weapon, because this thing does very little damage, I wouldn't be able to smash open the crates without running down my weapon durability, and this spares me having to do that. So weapons in this game are divided between melee weapons, that is, single-handed and two-handed. Two-handed weapons have a power attack mode which you charge up. Single-handed weapons don't. This is obviously a single-handed weapon. Now, I have run through this before, just to make sure I don't end up wandering around lost or doing something stupid, so there's not going to be, like, my Resident Evil 3 playthrough where it's like, oh, I'm surprised because I haven't seen this before. No, I know what's coming. Still, I'm just taken aback by the technical feat of this game. It's astonishingly well put together, especially considering the fact that it was done by a very small group. Most of it was done by one person. Okay, what was down the hallway? That's where I came from. So you have some of the artifacts, shall we say, of it being a Doom mod. Namely, strafe running is faster than the normal running. Because yes, this is your run. You can kind of launch yourself into a brief sprint by using the dodge, because this has a dodge mechanic. But don't rely on that, because that drains stamina, and fairly quickly, and stamina recovery drains food. And you have a limited weight carrying capacity, so you can't go ham with, like, carrying a bunch of sandwiches and stuff. Not to mention, unless you bring a cooker everywhere with you, a lot of the stuff you eat is going to give you radiation. And then to recover the radiation, you're going to have to use anti-radiation meds, which increases your hunger, which becomes an Ouroboros, a kind of self-defeating, endlessly circling thing. If you couldn't tell, things be spoopy here. The ambient sound design in this game is actually really good. It's creepy. When I first played this, I had the hairs on the back of my neck standing on end. And I've made the point that I don't experience fear in stuff like this, but apprehension is a different matter. So these are all locked by a grate. Wood glue. Benefit of the salamis is that you can eat them without getting radiation. It's the same with fresh fruit, but fresh fruit doesn't restore much hunger. So... Now, you might have noticed the autosaves. You can manually save as well, so you can save scum in this game if you feel the need. T, how many times do I have to tell you about door 237? Because of your stupidity, when we tried to open the security gate, the entire block's grid went offline. Again. Until you get the wiring fixed, we have to disable all couplings to open the door. You can't even do your job right. If this incompetence continues, you will be asked to leave. I will not hand out another warning about this. Ah, there he is. Already speed mode again? Now, we can't do anything about the bleed right now. We don't have meds. At least not meds for that. So our health will fiddle away a little bit. Yes, that was a brute. That's the weakest enemy type. There are squishier ones, but they deal a lot more damage typically. And you tend to encounter them in larger numbers. Where was that other switch? Aha! Yeah, you can try to throw these switches and just avoid that fight. I don't bother, because it's one brute. You can even slam the grate down behind you if you're so inclined. Now, I would definitely recommend saving here.
Something we have both desired for a long time. Your presence in this place means you are willing to do what I ask of you. If you follow my requests, then I will take you to what it is you desire.
And our first set of armor. And it's just some dingy rags.
Madness has intruded these walls. Only we can put a stop to it. On the north side of the island, a mine awaits us. Down there, at the deepest point, is where we need to go.
More of that great sound design. Prozac, 20 milligram tablets. Treatment for panic attacks. Take 1 tablet per day. That was prescribed in 1988. First things first. Yeah, you'll find a lot of this canned food, but unless you keep a cooker on you... Dr. Thomas, I'm not sure if this medication is proving to be effective. The symptoms are not going away. Brain shivers alone are becoming unbearable. What is a brain shiver? Please, can I be prescribed something else? Would it be so bad if I went off this medication and stuck with the therapy instead? Now you'll note... Oh, can't go that way. The geometries look complex, but remember, the actual collision detection is still doomed too. That is a room full of loot. We'll get in there, don't worry, but we have a few things we have to take care of first. Hunger's acting up, so we use the... This can, like, completely wipe out your hunger, especially if it's cooked, but other than that, it just takes up space. Right now, we can kind of get by if we just use some of the apples. There we go. We'll even... Yeah, we'll just leave that at that for now. We can also use the vodka, strangely, to cure our radiation. Because that makes sense. Here's where I like to use the pickaxe. So, where's that? There's the alcove. And now the soundtrack goes all hell is that noise. That's all the crates. Oh, he got a hit in. So remember what I said about looting in dark areas? Okay, so it is possible to get through here, get the loot, and do it all in one flare. And I would definitely recommend trying to save your flares as much as possible. They will become important later. Yes, I will do the sprint shuffle here. Okay, that's everything. Yes, accessing that loot causes an early encounter with a later game enemy. An encounter we're just going to avoid altogether. Because there is no reason for us to get involved. That crouch choke point prevents him from leaving.
There is no use in dispatching them. You might as well leave them there to fester.
T, glad you were able to return to contract to us. Return the contract to us. How would you like to start next week? We have a lot of backed up work we need to get on top of. Last year was hectic, but 86 is looking to be worse. Glad to have you aboard. Okay, let's do a bit of light sorting. No. Work with me here, game. So... okay. Yeah, always take those immediately, because you might as well. They have a permanent effect. Heavy attack. And heavy attack. And it broke. Now we can fix that up by taking a wooden handle, the head, and using some wood glue. Now the pipe can't be fixed, and I like to use weapons that can't be fixed first, so... I was doing that thing again. Okay, you want to work now? Guess not. Fine, we don't need the scissors right now anyway. And I think this transitions us into Chapter 2. If it does, I'll see you there.